Hey Mad Minders, thanks for tuning in to Mad Minds TV. This week's study was on marketing. 5 scholarly papers reviewed, and the paper I gravitated towards is called The Future of Social Media and Marketing. It was published in 2019 and written by Gil Appel, Lauren Grewal, Rhonda Haiti, and Andrew Steffen. The reference is below. This paper took me for a ride. It offered data and predictions for where the writers believe social media and marketing is going to go. It has 9 themes, and each theme had a prediction. The paper starts off explaining what social media is, where social media is at today, as well as the dominant business model in social media, which is user monetization, and that means, to most people, data mining and selling advertising services to the user based off how much a company is willing to pay. Next, the paper highlights the framework for the future of social media marketing. And this is where it gets fascinating because it breaks it down into 3 areas based off the stakeholders. The first stakeholder is the user, the second stakeholder is the firm, and then the third stakeholder is public policy. My interpretation of this is that the user is the person being monetized. The firm is the company that owns the platform or that's advertising on the platform. And then public policy is the government, which wants all the data and wants to tax everyone. Then it goes on to highlight how social media can influence every aspect of our lives, concerns for privacy as well as loneliness. It touches on how consumers are using social media to highlight positive and negative experiences, social media as a political tool, and how social media is being used to increase sensory richness. It also touches on online-offline convergence, and the example provided for this is the user creating a unique avatar for the purpose of self-expression. And lastly, it touches on artificial intelligence and then the dreaded social media bots. As the paper goes over its 9 themes, it offers predictions for the immediate timeline, the near future timeline, and the far future timeline. The paper has some amazing talking points. It goes over the last 3 presidential elections. It talks about the loneliest generation, which based on the data we currently have is Generation Z, which grew up with social media, and it highlights how social media can amplify echo chambers. If marketing on social media platforms is something you're interested in, I would definitely recommend reading this paper because it provides a lot of data. And this is a paper I'm personally going to print out because I want to see if the near future and the far future predictions actually hold steady, whether it's in the next few years or the next 2 or 3 decades. When it comes to my social media experience on marketing, this is it. On my previous profession, I had a very high security clearance. And those clearances had concerns with social media based off your connections. And I can give you an example when I did have a social media account on a platform about a decade ago, but I'm sure it still exists. I have hundreds of friends or acquaintances. They have hundreds of friends and acquaintances who have hundreds of friends and acquaintances, and you get the picture. If somebody that I'm connected to goes online and says something anti-government or anti-establishment, or even that deals with hate, that may come back on me even though I don't know that person because I'm connected to somebody who's connected to somebody who's connected to somebody. So because of that, I basically treated social media like the plague and abandoned it. Hindsight, the best option would have been to research each social media platform and then find out which platform works best for me based off my clearance requirements. A lot of other people kept their social media, and I'm not sure if they had to deal with any of that stuff. So there is a chance the things that were told were just people fear-mongering for reasons and I'm pretty sure based on the last few years, everybody knows what fear-mongering is. But now that I've shared, please do me a favor and let me know your social media experiences. Let me know how you market on social media, and if you market on social media, and what you're looking for. Do you care? Do you pay more attention to social media marketing and influencers than you do commercials? Does it matter? Please let me know. And again, regardless of your answers, put them in the comments because I'm really curious for my knowledge as well as potential dissertation knowledge. Whatever you do, don't forget to stay mad, be well, and as always, these videos are just me thinking out loud and by no means guidance and/or advice for how to live your life. Anyways, thanks again for checking out Mad Minds TV, and I'll see you next week.